Hello everybody and welcome to Kdh Art Class. We're going to focus our attention on warm and cool colors on our color wheel. So we created our own color wheel, and for my friends at home that may not have paints, we did it with crayons, and it was so fascinating to see that when you mix a red crayon and put a yellow one on top, that it still makes orange. It may not be the perfect orange, but it still makes orange. And we did the same for the green and the purple. Those are our secondary colors. So we talked about the primary colors being red, blue, and yellow. And if you don't have those three colors, you won't be able to mix any of the other colors. And no matter what, you can't make those colors by mixing other colors together. No matter what you mix together, you will never make red. No matter what you mix together, you will never make blue. And no matter what you mix together, you'll never make yellow. But if you have a red, blue, and yellow, you can make all kinds of colors. And we made secondary colors. So now we're going to take this color wheel and we're going to cut it in half. And on half of our color wheel are all of our warm, fiery colors. I tell my students they're the fire colors. What colors would you use to paint or color a campfire or the sun or anything hot? You would usually use yellow, orange, or red. On the other hand, you have your cool colors. Think about the cool water, maybe the grass. We live in the South, and on a hot summery day, we jump into the grass when we're barefoot because the concrete's too hot. So the grass is cool, that's green. The water is cool, that's blue. And we talk about how grape juice is one of my favorite juices out there, and that's purple. So those are our cool watercolors, and over here are our hot fire colors. So our project is going to be cutting out some leaf stencils, and then we're going to start with our cool background or warm background, whichever way you want to do it, and then fill it in with the fire colors after that. So to get started, you're going to need a pencil to draw your leaf shapes, scissors to cut them out with, or if you don't want to do that and you want to go in your yard and find some leaves, you can do that. And something to color with. In this case, we're going to be using crayons. Any crayons will do. So let's get started. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit. If I can get my computer to work here. There we go. Let's see, the thing is my desk is so messy, I have no room to move around. Okay, so I have two pieces of paper here. One I'm going to cut up and one I'm going to use for my design. So I'm going to take this one so it doesn't get messed up and put it out of the way. And this other one I'm going to just make some leaves, or again, you can go in your yard, you can get some leaves and trace them, or you can even use the leaves themselves to make this project work. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my leaves. Oops, silly me. I'm sure if you have good eyes you can see that really well, but you can usually see it much better when I do it in marker. So I'm starting with a short little line, a longer one, and then I'm going to kind of curve it up. It's that like a little smiley face in a way. And then I'm going to put a smiley face next to it. Then I'm going to come down a little bit. And up. Make my little smiley face going up. Make my little curved smiley face coming down. And come down. Then I'm going to go out. So I'm going to try and match this one over here. Smiley face going out. Smiley face coming down. Bring it almost all the way back. And give it a little stem connect. So there's a leaf there. Of course, you can always do, like here's my little stem. You can always do the one most people know, and that kind of curves out to a point and curves the other way to a point. It's a very common one. And let's see, find some room over here. I think it'd be fun to make kind of an upside down heart one. And I'm going to really kind of curve it down here. And bring it up to a point. And maybe do the same on this side. Curve it over here. And connect. Okay, if you want to do a couple more, you can, but I'm just going to start off with those 3. And now it's time to cut out the shapes. So make sure you're staying on your line. You turn your paper, not your scissors, and do little cuts. Little cuts. Turn the paper, little cuts. Turn the paper, little cuts. Turn the paper, little cuts. Turn the paper. Little. Turn the paper, turn the paper. Always turn the paper. And it gets a little tricky. And I can cut that last little bit off like that. There's one. And you're going to do the same for the other 2. Again, take your time. Stay on your line. If you start coming off your line, stop. Get back on your line. Okay. Make sure you're not getting distracted. If you hear something and you want to look, stop your cutting. Take a look, see what it is before you start cutting. Again, make sure you're looking at your paper. And turn the paper, little cuts, little cuts. Stay on your line. And I have to be careful of that because sometimes I'll sit there and I'll adjust my drawing a little bit while I'm cutting. I'm known to do that a lot. I'll sit there and say, no, I want that more skinny, or I want that a little bit wider. And I make the adjustments while I'm cutting. Alright, last one for me. Again, if you need to pause the video till you get caught up, you go ahead. Okay, so we don't need this paper anymore. We now have our shapes, and we have our final paper that we are going to be placing our leaves on. And we can use the same leaf again and again if you want only one. I went ahead and came up with 3 different sizes. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your colors. Now I like showing this box because you can see all the colors real easy. And going back to our color wheel, we're going to start with the cool colors. Your purple, blue, and green, also known as violet, blue, and green. So I'm looking here, and I have a bunch of them. I have this color blue, and this color blue. I have these color greens. I even have a blue-green. Oh my goodness, I have a lighter purple, a lighter green, and a couple darker purples. I mean, those are all cool colors. They're all the different greens. So I know you'll be able to get a bunch of different purples, greens, and blues to use for this first part. All right? Again, no red, no orange, no yellow. Just purple, blue, and green. These are your cold, cool colors. All right. And I'm going to start with my first leaf. And it doesn't matter what color you use. Parents, if you want to take a piece of tape, roll it up and stick it on there to help your child keep that in place, that would be a great idea. Otherwise, you're going to have to hold it, because you're going to start on your leaf and go off onto your paper. And you can't let your leaf move around. And what's fun is I can change colors whenever or wherever I want to. And always start on going off. Don't come this way because you might move it and get it underneath. We're trying not to get the color underneath our leaf. And there's some purples, some blues, some greens. I'm not going to go really far out there because I'm going to want a few more of these other leaves. Okay, what other colors do I have? Ooh, I got this red violet. And actually, because it's a red violet, I could probably use it as one of my fire colors too. But in this case, I'm using it as one of my purples. Indigo, a nice blue purple color. Even use some of the light green. That's really, really light. Probably won't use too much of that. Come back here. My blues, and I'm going to go all the way around my leaf. And when I'm done, and you can choose one color to do it. All these different colors, like I like to use all these different colors. And just go all the way around. Once you remove your leaf, you've discovered, oh my goodness, we did a similar project. This is our positive. Here's our negative. There's that spacing thing. So again, you can use your same leaf, and you can make more of that same shape, or you can change the leaf colors or the leaf shapes. See, I'm getting distracted by my artwork here. And the same process, you're going to go all the way around. I'm going to keep changing my colors as I'm going all the way around. And I'm going to want to fill in the entire background. So now I'm going to go a little bit faster. Again, you can pause, be careful. This is where I will probably be making mistakes. My leaf will probably start moving because I'm trying to go so fast to finish up. There's another one. And again, you have these other shapes that you can use. Looks like it'd be kind of cool right there. And again, only using the cool colors. And try not to go into the other negative spaces. And you're going to want to fill up the whole page. And going back to my example that I have over here, we're going to fill in all of the background with our cool colors. So I've got a little bit of work here that I'm going to need to do. And again, you could put in as many different shapes of leaves that you'd like. And each one that you do, you will need to color. Let's see, what's this color here? And once I've done all my leaves, and we'll say this is going to be my last one, then I have the rest of this space that I need to color with the cool colors. So I'm going to try and mix it up so I don't put the same colors next to each other. I could use some baby blue over here. And I can use some purple in this corner where I had the violet and the green. And now I could probably use some purple in here where I have a bunch of baby blue. Go around. And other colors. This nice dark blue, indigo. Sorry. The bluish purple. And I can start putting it next to these lighter blues. And you're just going to keep going and going and going until you colored in your whole background. And don't be afraid to fall off the page. Fill that page. Have fun with the colors. Let's get some green going in here. Use some green over here. I think some green over here. Oh, we'll definitely need some of this green over here. Oh, I'm almost done with my background. Now I know I'm going fast, but there's a difference between coloring fast and scribble scrabble. As I tell my students, this is scribble scrabble. There's white in between. Coloring fast means even though I'm going back and forth fast, there's no white paper in between. It's colored nicely. This is scribble scrabble. And what tends to happen is kids go in different directions and it looks scritchety scratchety. Okay? Color fast, no scribble scrabble. So even though I'm coloring fast, I'm trying not to let any of the white paper come between. And where I did, then I'm going to come in here and add some more color. And that's what's great about the cool colors, is they really look good together. And even if you go on top of them a little bit, they still look good. Got a little bit of white paper showing there, over there. Alright, I have this corner to focus on. Again, filling it in, making it fun and exciting. And it doesn't matter, because once again, the cool colors go great together. So as long as you stick with that color theory, the cool colors, it looks great. And now, let's go back to our box. And let's look for the other half of our color wheel. So here we have all the cool colors. Over here should be all the fire colors. So we're needing the different reds, yellows, and oranges. Now, keep in mind, pink is red and white mixed together, and because it's red, it makes it a fire color. So you can include pink at this group, and your peach color is orange with white mixed in it. So you could even use pinks and peach colors all in the fire side. So what I did not use are my neutral colors, and that's usually your whites, your blacks, your browns, and your grays. Alright, so let's get these lovely guys out of the way. And now, with my fire colors, I get to color in the leaves. And I'm just going to do inside the leaves. And you can do it like a leaf, or you can just color it any way you want, but you do want to stay inside. So I'm going to just stay inside, and this time I'm not going to make it like a leaf. I'm just going to color block some of it, you know, color in blocks of different colors. And stick with the fiery colors. And once again, you'll discover that I love how these look together, and they all go great. So as long as you're just sticking with the fire colors, your picture's going to look good. Or if you're sticking with the cool colors, your picture's going to look good. Or if you use one as the background and one as the subject of it, they're going to go great together. Where you get in trouble with how your colors look is when you start mixing them. Sometimes it's going to turn out great and be wonderful and beautiful, and sometimes you're going to be like, ugh, that looks like mud. Well, congratulations, you did complementary color mixing, or you mixed all the colors together, and you created what artists refer to as mud. Yep. So there you go. Start coloring in your little leaves any way you want. Make sure your background is the cool colors, or if you wanted to do the opposite and do all the fire colors in the background and do cool color leaves, that's cool with me. Yep, it was one of those dad jokes. You gotta laugh at it. It's silly. Cool with me. Get it? Cool colors, cool with me. Alright folks, I hope you enjoy this lesson, and you tune in next week for our next project. Have fun and keep creating. Bye.